Well, good morning. Hi. Our first early yoga class. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have the door open so Frankie can come through today. Before you get too set up, hi Frankers. Get back, please. Thank you. I want you to get your pillow or a pillow, any pillow, okay? Today we're going to be working on a little bit of yoga for grief, yoga for mourning, yoga for releasing and letting go of pain and acquiring strength to move forward. Okay. So I have my coffee this morning, working on slowing down on a little bit of caffeine in my life, but in the meantime, I've got my caffeine here. My husband's getting ready to be sent off on his day and going to work this morning. So this morning on my cannabis element, I'm smoking on something that is called Purple Queen. This was also given to me by one of my students, that same student, Vicky, who is always giving me the most amazing product to try out. So this is her more indica dominant strain. This is what I've got right now. So this is what I'm smoking. Normally I wouldn't smoke indicas in the morning because indicas have a tendency to make me a little bit more tired. I have work here with my new job starting here in a couple of hours. So I want to be present for that as well. So we'll just take a moment here reflecting on our cannabis, right? As we always do, we want to take a moment to just really be mindful of what we're partaking in. Okay, so this morning with our cannabis, we'll take that dry hit, just savoring the aroma, the flavor of that cannabis as it stands alone. And then as we take our hit, as we ignite that flame to that cannabis, just igniting that flame in our heart, okay? Saying thank you to our Mama Ganja for being present with us here. Please don't use this time to lick yourself, okay? No. Such a boy. He's such a boy. No, Hey, out. Out. Thank you. You can either lay down here or you can go out. So as we consume our cannabis, again, just remembering our connection that it brings us with our Mother Earth, connecting us to Source, connecting us to the divine. And if you're not partaking, as always, it's never a requirement to partake in cannabis, especially in these classes. But I do encourage you to kind of think about the connection we have with Mother Earth, with nature, and how we can connect via plant medicines by thinking thoroughly into that connection. So we're going to start today in a seated pose. I want you to come to the back of your mat with your knees nice and wide and your big toes touching. Take a moment here to get set up. With those knees wide, I want you to take that pillow and tuck it underneath you here. Sink it down and allow the belly to drop onto that pillow. Let the chin or forehead shift off, or maybe you roll one head or each one side or the other. Just allowing yourself to soften and settle here, allowing yourself some support. Any time in life that we're going through some struggles with losing someone in our life, maybe a relationship has ended, maybe there's been a death in the family, maybe there's been a greater loss that has really just wounded your heart right now. Allowing this supported child's pose to really just be a pillow for your heart. Allowing the softness and the support from that pillow underneath you to just cradle your body right now. Starting to feel the openness through your hips here. If you have your head onto one ear, go ahead and flip onto the other. And just allow yourself some softness here. Taking a deep breath into any space that it feels like it's getting tight or tense. Taking this as an opportunity to connect here with your divine self, connecting with any emotion that's coming up for you right now. In these times of loss, in these times of mourning, it's really important to feel the feelings. Maybe you feel angry, upset. I'm sure that there's some sadness. Anytime we have loss, there's sadness. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay to scream to the mountaintops how angry you are about this loss. The most important thing here is that you're feeling those feelings. Allowing yourself to stay soft here. Just double check the settings. Just allowing that body to pour over that pillow and still softening anywhere there's tension. Now bring your chin into the pillow or your forehead or nose into that pillow for just a few deep breaths here. Inhaling to expand, maybe feeling the clothing stretch on your back. And exhaling to soften. Last little round of breath here. Inhale and open. And as you exhale, reach your hands out in front and start to press yourself up. Coming into a seat, moving that pillow out of the way, maybe just toward the top of the mat, still keeping it within distance of gravity, okay? Starting to shift yourself forward, bring your knees underneath your hips, your hands underneath your shoulders. Let's just work out that spine a little bit. So we want to press into those palms, squeezing into that spider grip, rotating the eyes, the elbows forward, and then press down through the toenails behind you. Maybe look between your thighs and let those shins and toes begin to disappear into two lines. As you inhale, let the tailbone rise to the sky. Let the belly drop, let the chest pull forward, and eye gaze comes forward or maybe up toward the sky. As you exhale, turn that tailbone down, tuck that belly under, round the chin into the chest last, pressing through those fingertips, pressing through those hands, pressing through those toenails. Inhaling, let the tailbone reach up, let the belly drop down, chest forward, look to the sky. And exhale to round it out, chin comes to chest last. Inhaling, drop that belly, cow pose. And exhaling to push away. Love you. Inhale, drop that belly, eye gaze up. And exhale, push away, chin to chest, squeeze it in. Nice job. Bring your knees together, feet together, and then shift it forward a little bit so you can curl onto your toes. We're going to activate the soles of those feet just a little bit here, okay? So if the toes aren't all curled in, you might need to take those fingertips and sweep them into alignment, and then sink your hips to your heels. Maybe you come up for a seat for just a moment. Maybe you bring your hands to your heart. Breathing, feeling those toes. Maybe you're holding yourself up on the hands here, just feeling that stretch to the soles of the feet. And shift it forward, release those toes, gently tap them out. Nice job. Kick your legs to one side, roll yourself onto your booty and grab hold of your pillow, bringing it back with you. We're going to scoot ourselves down to the end of the mat. Bring the feet, soles of the feet into the mat and come onto your back. Good. With that pillow in reach, so bring it next to you if it's not. Draw the chin to the chest, lengthen your spine. Reach your arms out beside you like you're an airplane, reaching the fingertips opposite of each other, drawing your shoulders back and down, eye gaze up to the ceiling. Good. Now, with the pillow on the right side of your body here, okay? So we're starting on the right side of the body, just off the edge of the mat. We're going to inhale, lift those legs off, bringing the knees into the chest. And then we're just going to gently roll those legs over onto that pillow. Now, you might decide when you get there that that's a little too much for you. Maybe you take the pillow in between the legs instead. It's just going to depend on the flexibility of that top hip. Keep your eye gaze up to the ceiling in this gentle twist, just opening up our spine. Fingertips reach away and that left shoulder stays nice and grounded. Just breathing here, feeling the openness of this twist through the top of that left thigh, that hip. Soften your face, relax your jaw, and it's okay if tears are rolling down your face right now. When we move the body, we allow it to have a release of negative tension or energies that are passing and coursing through our body. Being very gentle, very mindful here with the breath, inhaling to expand and move into a deeper space. And as you exhale, you get to soften just a little bit more, maybe twisting out just a little further. Hide my fingers. Come lay down for me. Lay down. Lay down. Come and lay down with us. Lay down. Lay it down. Please don't be a little punk, okay? Not this morning, okay? Stop. Stop, or I'm going to kick you out. Thank you. And we're getting ready to roll onto that other side, Frankie, please. As you inhale, press through the palms and bring both legs back up. Keep a hold of that pillow if it's between the legs. Stop it now. Out. Out, out, out. Sorry about that. Bring the feet to the mat, release the pillow, bring it over to the left side. Reaching those arms out beside you again, maybe lifting your booty off the mat so you can feel a little bit of release and reset with that spine. With the palms down beside you, you're just going to pull those knees into the chest and then gently roll it over to find that pillow. Either releasing on top of that pillow or again, bringing in between the thighs. You might find that you don't even want the pillow, and that's okay too. Eye gaze is up to the ceiling. Allowing the openness of that right shoulder. Maybe you're lucky enough to have somebody that can press on it, like Frankie is for me. Stop, baby. I love you too. I love you. Okay. Right. And as we allow ourselves to be open here, rinsing out the spine, rinsing out where we hold on to tension and anxiety. Rinsing out where we hold on to all of those losses. Maybe you know, maybe you don't, but when we have traumatic events in our lives, they really only become trauma by how we add energy to that space, how we respond in that situation. So when we have a deep loss, sometimes we might find that it's hard to release ourselves from the sadness, from the depression. And that comes back to transmuting our energy, finding ways to release it, maybe through yoga, maybe through dance. Maybe you have a sobbing party where you sit there and just cry it out. Maybe bringing someone else into the picture to cry it out with you. Pressing down through those hands, squeezing those inner thighs, and inhaling to bring that pillow back up. Frankie out. Frankie out. Out. Good boy, thank you. Releasing that pillow out of your way for right now. Bringing both knees into the chest, interlacing those fingers over the shins. Eye gaze up to the sky, tuck your chin to your chest, and inhale deep. And as you exhale, pull everything in, squeezing those thighs towards your belly. Frankie. Stop. No, no, no. There you go. Please, Frankie, out, 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 out. Thank you. Keep flexing those feet, tucking your chin towards your chest. Maybe rock it side to side a few times, feeling a little release through that low spine. Maybe you cross through the ankles and roll through those feet, loosening those ankles. Oh my goodness, he's such a puppy. Maybe you unwind and cross the opposite ankle on top, just rolling through. Uncrossing, squeezing both legs together. And then retuck your chin to the chest. We're going to move into a little happy baby here. And the way we do that is by releasing those knees, and we take the hands, we reach them up in between the thighs and grab for the knife's edge or pinky edge of those feet. Then as you inhale, soles of the feet come up to the sky, keeping the knees bent down beside you. Hey, stop. Stop being such a boy. Stop being such a boy. Stop. This is not a place to come clean yourself. Allowing the soles of the feet up to the sky, knees down beside you. Sorry for all the distraction with this pup. I'm really trying to give him as much attention as I can. With the new job, it's been really hard for him to understand. He's been tearing up everything, my shoes, his bed. So we're having a rough time of it. Maybe you allow yourself to rock side to side here. Happy baby helps us to release anxiety. Breathing deep here a few times, maybe sighing it out, using that vibration of your voice to let go of some of the tension in your body, in your mind. Stopping in the center if you're rocking, drawing soles of the feet together, and keep a hold of those with the hands as you start to push the knees away and pull the feet toward the face. So it's like a little butterfly here from the floor, or similar to our Supta Baddha Konasana, where we're peeling those feet together, knees away. And then gently release. Give yourself a great big hug. Forehead comes up to meet those knees. Good. Release it down. Now, we're going to do a slow rock up to sit. So the way I want you to do that is grab a hold of the backs of the thighs, and then we're just going to kick back and roll forward. Kick back and roll forward. Kick back and roll forward. You're going to start to gain some momentum here as we roll it out, finding that vertebrae, opening up. Stop, Frankers. Not going to come up to sit nice and tall. Hey, down. Thank you. Thank you. As you sit up nice and tall with the legs crossed, I want you to think about that pelvic floor being neutral to the mat. So your bowl of soup is just sitting on the mat here. It's not tilting forward. It's not tilting back, making sure you're holding on to that pelvis. Then sternum to belly connection. Good. And I'm going to turn towards you so you can see. Please stop cleaning yourself on camera. Go out. Thank you. As you cross those legs and sit up nice and tall, pull the palms up to the sky, shoulders back and down, and take and plug a little bit of weight into your elbows. Nice. Bring your palms together at the heart. Frankie, enough. Lay down, please. Thank you. Good boy. With those hands to the heart, just taking a moment here to drop your chin to your chest. And I want you to think of something in this moment that you're grateful for. I know that it might be difficult to find that gratitude when there's so much distress and upset and sadness going through your heart. But just remembering that the more of these moments of gratitude that we can find, the more they'll start to appear for us. If you're experiencing loss today, maybe reflect on that person, sending them some love as they journey into a space of complete divinity, complete divine wholeness and love, knowing that the hurt and the pain is left behind for us here on earth to experience. Knowing that that experience is part of being human. Send that person some more of your love, knowing that they're sending it right back to you. I believe very much in reincarnation. So if it is a soul that you have lost today or this week or this month, just recognize that the beauty of losing someone in this life early on is that we have the potential to connect with their spirit through another form later on in life. Sit with that for a moment. Just inhaling and exhaling. And bring your right hand to your belly, your left hand to your heart. Start to deepen your breath and notice that breath as you inhale, feeling that life force energy come in. And as you exhale, just allowing the body to soften into this space, into this knowingness. Bringing the eye gaze gently open. Starting to draw the soles of the feet together and pull the knees wide. Okay, so we're in a Baddha Konasana, similar to how we were holding on our feet and pulling the feet toward the chest. But this time we're sitting up nice and tall. You can even take and sit on that bed pillow if you'd like to lift your spine up a little taller. Okay, you just cross through, sweep that pillow under, have a seat, and then bring the soles of the feet back together. Okay. So with this opening of the hips here, we allow the inner thighs to get turned on here. So if you're starting to feel it through the outer hips, you're not quite there. We want to work on those inner thighs. So maybe that means you need to tilt your pelvic floor back. Maybe you come off of that pillow if that seems to be the problem. For me, it kind of was. I was a little too high. My hips are very open, so I can get those knees nice and wide with the soles of the feet together. Now look down at your feet and start to open up your feet. So we want to take the thumb on that kind of ball joint to the big toe or the arch and just start to roll those feet open, keeping the pinky side of the feet together. Start to take a look down at those feet, just reflecting on the soles of your feet. And it's okay if you're not somebody who likes to touch your feet, you don't need to touch your feet here, okay? You can hold on to the legs, the ankles, and just do everything manually through your feet. I notice, I don't mind touching my feet though. I notice that I can use those hands, those fingertips to kind of peel open on those feet just a little bit here. Maybe you start to take a massage through those feet. Maybe as you look down in between those feet, you start to see a reflection of your life so far, right? Our feet are there carrying us around in this world. And one of the things we don't really reflect on is how much work they do. Stopping here for a moment as you're reflecting on your life's work in the soles of your feet. And then draw those feet together, toes together. And I want you to just shift your feet a little farther forward. Okay, so create more of a diamond shape here with the legs instead of a triangle. Okay. And then I want you to take your hands onto your shins and inhale your chest forward. Look up to the sky. And then exhale, straighten through the arms and curl the spine back. So we're doing a little cat-cow here. We're tilting that pelvis forward, looking up, pressing the chest out, and exhaling to come back, round it out, pull that belly to spine, chin to chest. Just 2 more. Inhale, pull it forward. And exhale, back. Last time, inhale, pull it forward. And exhale, pull it back. Nice job. Inhale, pull it forward and start to walk your hands down. We're coming toward our feet here. So again, we can bring that prop into play by bringing that pillow in between the legs, placing it on the feet. I'm noticing my left hip is super tight today. So I might not even be able to come down as far as I'm used to. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to fold my pillow in half so I have extra support on that belly. We want to work to keep the spine nice and long before we come down. So as we sit up nice and tall, feeling the length through the spine, grabbing a hold of those shins or ankles and peeling the chest forward first. Think about leading with the chin toward your mat. Now with that belly, with that pillow underneath the belly, you can start to walk the hands out to release the shoulders down. And here it was when we begin to start to round it out. Maybe your forehead comes towards your feet. You can drape your head on that pillow. Finding a little release from those hips, opening up. I want you to just take a moment here to reflect in your fold about the beauty of your body and what it is to be human. Just the fact that you're breathing today tells me that you have a purpose on this planet. And in reflection, in retrospection, right? If we've lost somebody close to us, maybe we're wondering why the heck they didn't get to fulfill their purpose. And maybe their purpose was clear, at least in that physical sense. Maybe it was never clear. Maybe you're going to spend a few more years trying to decide why. Why? Ultimately, sometimes the death of a person is really the purpose for their life here. That enormous amount of loss that we all feel, those of us who are left behind. The bigger that loss, the bigger, I should say, the bigger the love, the heavier the loss. So as deeply as you feel for someone, in your love for them is just as deeply as that pain will feel when we have to embrace their loss. Just being able to remember that when we leave this plane, when our spirits collide with that universal energy, that we are enveloped in divine love, divine wholeness, happiness, healedness. Release your hands to the mat and start to press yourself up. Think about working that tailbone down to the mat first as you walk yourself back up. Get that pillow or pop out of the way, and let's take and use those hands. Really use your hands, cup the outside of the legs, and bring both legs together. Wrap your arms around those legs. Draw your forehead in to meet your knees and just let go of something here. It's all right if you need to shed some tears. Let them pour. Breathing super deep here to release that tension through the low spine, to soften those thighs. Maybe using those knees for support of those eyes. Maybe just wiping those tears back. Let this be a reflection inside this private little love cave of yours, that we can return to our strengths. I know it might feel like it's hard to go on right now. It's going to be okay. We never, ever, ever release the sadness of experiencing such a deep loss. But the tenderness of it gets a little bit easier to bear each moment of each day. Go ahead and release your hands back behind you. Let your fingertips face forward and start to press your palms into the mat. Start to press up and out of those palms so you can press your chest forward. And on your inhale, just lift off the mat. Lift your hips to the sky, lift your chest to the sky. We're in a little bit of a crab crawl, I think they used to call it in school. And then as you exhale, peel your booty back behind you, but don't sit on it. Peel it between your hands. Inhale, press up and lift up. Exhale, peel that booty back. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what's happening here. Okay. Inhaling, we're coming into that crab. Exhaling, we're pulling the booty back between the arms. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull the booty back between the arms. Last time, inhale, look up, lift up, and pull it back between, drop it down. Reach those legs nice and long and flex your feet. Good. Moving in for another twist, another rinse. Okay. These twisting and rinsing, these detoxification poses are really going to help us move through some of the sadness. Anytime we have emotions that we're experiencing, upset that we're experiencing, it travels through our body. And so when we get to move our body, we get to keep it moving instead of it finding its place to be stagnant. Okay. So bending your left foot in towards your booty underneath that right leg, and then swim your right leg around to cross. You want the sole of that right foot next to the left thigh. Good. Now swim your left arm to grab a hold of your right knee. Reach your right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, drop it back, either bringing your right hand to the back side of your hip here or dropping it down to the mat. Then release the shoulder down and open twist. Maybe your eye gaze looks past that right shoulder. Breathing here. Feeling the twisting, the shortness of the breath. Soften your jaw. And inhale, come back to center. We're just going to switch. So shift your hips back, kick your legs out. Uncross, bring the right heel towards your booty leg down, left foot toward the outside edge of your right thigh. You can take and move that booty flesh back out from underneath you so you can sit up even taller here. See if you can work that left foot into the mat so the left knee is up toward the sky. Then swing your right arm around to grab a hold of that left leg. Hooking around that knee, swim the left arm up on an inhale, dropping it down to your hip to open up, or releasing it down to the mat to open up. You decide which feels better. So you can even reach this left hand around to hook the hip if you'd like, really peeling your left shoulder back. Then take the eye gaze over your left shoulder. Soften your jaw here, maybe smile. Maybe take a moment here to think of something else you're grateful for, or take another moment of reflection on this person that you so desperately loved and lost. Soften your jaw, rotate it back to center. Simply unwind those legs by kicking them out in front. Start to flex those feet and walk your heels down to the end of the mat. Nice job. Push through those heels. Place a little micro bend in your knees. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, gather some of that fluid energy from the earth, from the sky around you, peeling that down through your heart. Good. Inhale, reach them up. Peel that energy in, down through that heart space. Last time. Inhale, reach them up. And exhale down through heart space. Nice job. Cross through your legs and let's roll it forward. We're going to find our hands and knees one last time here for a little bit more of a stretch, and then we'll come down to finish it out together. Okay? So with your knees underneath your hips and your hands underneath your shoulders, squeeze into your spider grip and inhale, kick your right foot back behind you. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, kick it back, flex your right foot. This is it. Hold your power here. You've got it. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, kick it back. Now, on your next inhale, take your right leg across to the left side of your mat and drop your right toes down. Now look over your left shoulder at those right toes. Feeling the openness through that left hip. And unwind, bring that right leg back and bring it all the way across to the outside edge of your mat. Bring your right arch in line with the left knee. Feeling your pelvic floor. Good. Inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky. And exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift your left arm up to the sky. And drop it down. Good. Inhale, reach that right arm back up to the sky. And this time we're going to thread the needle. So reach that right arm down underneath you, bend the left arm, and bring your right ear to the mat just above your right shoulder. If this is a little much, you can always bring that pillow into plank. Oh, goodness. Using that left hand out in front of the face for support. And inhale, press through that left hand. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Move your pillow out of the way. Drop the right hand. Kick your right foot back. Flex your right foot. Then release it down. Right knee under your right hip. Hands underneath your shoulders. Good. Inhale, kick your left leg back. Flex it. Hey, enough. Come here. Oh my goodness, this dog today. Flex your left foot back behind you. Inhale, left knee comes up to your nose. Inhale, kick it back, pressing through your right toenails. Flex your foot. Inhale, left knee to nose. Exhale, kick it back. Inhale, left knee to nose. Kick it back. Find that three-legged dog. Then reach those toes across that right side and drop those toes down. Twisting to look over at that left foot on the right side. Nice job. Inhale, left foot back, three-legged. And then out to the left side. Bring that left arch in alignment with that right knee. We're in our gate pose here. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Reach it open. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, right arm open. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, left arm back up to the sky, and then drop it down to thread the needle. So bringing that pillow into play if you need, and reaching down onto that left shoulder, left ear into the mat. Feeling the inside of that left hip. Feeling the openness of that right thigh as it squishes down. Using that right hand out in front for support or swimming it back behind you. Inhale to press up, reach it up, move that pillow if it's in the way, and drop it down. Hands back underneath the shoulders. Swim your left foot back. This is it. Flex that left foot. Release it down. Bring your big toes to touch. Knees wide. Bring that pillow back into play right here and sink it down. We're back where we started. This time turning onto one ear if you can. And take a deep breath to release. Inhale. And exhale. Lifting up to turn that head to the other side. Just allowing that chest, that belly to drape across your pillow. And use those hands. Start to press yourself back up. Move that pillow out of the way. And walk yourself forward on those forearms. Kick your toes back. Drop down to the belly. And peel your arms back so you can come into what they call is a Sphinx pose. We want our elbows underneath our shoulders. We're using those hands and forearms to really pull onto the mat here. It actually pulls our body weight forward and peels that chest forward. Your eye gaze comes forward out in front of you, or maybe it comes toward the sky. Just notice moving that chin up. Notice how that low spine starts to stretch just a little bit more with each millimeter that chin comes up. Keep pressing up and out. We don't want to be sinking down into the shoulders here. We're pressing up and away. Then exhale, eye gaze down, elbows wide. Drop your chin into the mat. Reach your hands down beside you. Inhale, big and deep with that chin in the mat. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Two more. Scream it out if you need. Last one. Soften your face. Inhale. Now I want you to just gently rock your hips from side to side. We want to start to feel that pelvis kind of softening onto the mat. Now bring your left arm around out in front of you. Maybe stack your chin on that wrist or hand. Then bend through your right leg. Swing your hand on that right side around to grab to the ankle or the top of the foot. Starting to activate that stretch through the top of the right thigh. You can take and draw the fingertips across the tops of the toes to increase the stretch here. Letting anything that comes up for you here, just let it come up. No need to fight through anything. No need to go through anything to fix it. We're just trying to recognize what's coming up as we move through these parts of the body. Good, gently release. Bring your right hand out in front. Bring your left arm down by your side. Bend through the left knee and reach around with that left hand to grab to the ankle or the top of the foot. Working to peel that that left heel down toward the glutes. Maybe you peel onto the tops of those toes to feel an extra stretch here. Breathing in deep, imagining how we use that inhale to push from the inside out, to massage from the inside out. And gently release. Bring both arms down by your side, pick an ear, and come onto it. Taking a moment here to let your heart connect with the earth. Think about it this way. Mother Earth is what we call her, right? This mothering energy. And that's why when we go outside and stick our feet in the earth or walk through the grass or swim in the oceans, right? Any of these types of earth connecting intentions gives us that opportunity to be nurtured, to be supported, to feel safe, to feel loved. Twisting onto the other ear, whichever ear you are on, it doesn't matter, just twisting onto the other side, getting an equal stretch through both sides of that neck. Relax your jaw, don't clench here. And as thoughts start to arise, just saying thank you for each thought that comes in, acknowledging that it is a reflection of what's going on inside that monkey mind, and just saying thank you for that reflection. Using that inhale to push from the inside out. And bringing your chin back to center. Pressing through the hands to push yourself up. Finding your knees, rounding over those knees, sinking the hips to the heels, and finding a child's pose, dropping that forehead into the mat, reaching those arms back behind you with the palms to the sky. 3 deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling to let it go. Taking this as an opportunity to draw in strength, to move forward, to keep going. Drawing in strength here to support those others that are also dealing with this same loss, knowing that we can also be there for them, and in turn, by being present for others who are experiencing that same loss, we can help to remove some of that pain from ourselves. Last couple of breaths here, really connecting with that higher power, your energy to heal. And then slowly starting to roll it up. Think about stacking one vertebrae at a time and really peeling your belly button into the spine. When you get up there, shoulders drop back and away. Draw your hands together at your heart. And then just take a moment to bow to yourself, honoring the opportunity to connect with your body so you can release some upset, some loss. And so you can bring in the courage and the strength to heal and to help heal those around you. You can keep the eyes closed here. Maybe you'd like to choose to roll to the side and find your Shavasana. Maybe that anxiety is ready to get you off the mat, and that's okay too. It is, it's okay. Whatever it is you're experiencing today, you chose to be guided by this video. So also choose to let go of some of your anger, resentment, and fear that might be gathered around this loss. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been my honor to give you guidance, to move you through this practice. Thank you for allowing Frankie into your home, even though he can be such a little dude. I love having him in my life. And thank you for allowing me to share him with you. You must have heard me say his name. Come here, Frankie. Come here. Sit down. It's okay. Sit. Good job. Yes. And so I'll just let you go here today, allowing you to release into whatever space you choose. And just know that you are supported, that I send you my energy, my love. And if there's anything that you need that my heart might be able to provide, please reach out. That love and light in me, I say to you, namaste. Thank you for letting me be your guide.